the trial that opened a door to a new life. Elliot was an ordinary village boy living on the edge of the English countryside. Since childhood, he had known the feeling of cold mornings and long days in the fields, helping his mother, Iris, after his father passed away when Elliot was only 12. From that day on, Elliot's childhood quietly faded away, replaced by the heavy responsibility of providing for his little family. While other boys spent their afternoons playing football by the creek, Elliot would hurry home to chop wood, fix the fences, and make sure his mother had everything she needed. But when everyone was asleep, Elliot's mind wandered into a world of possibilities. He dreamed of studying in the city, of building a business, of one day taking his mother away from the small, drafty cottage and into a warm, bright home. But life, it seemed, had decided to test him over and over again. The year Elliot finished school with excellent grades, a severe flood swept through the village, ruining the family's crops and any money they had saved. University had to wait. Then his mother fell seriously ill. Night after night, Elliot sat by her bedside, silently pleading with the stars outside his tiny window, asking why such trials kept knocking at his door. The neighbors talked about him with pity. Some even mocked him quietly, saying, "Dreams are for city folk. Stay where you are, lad." But his mother, Iris, never let him lose hope. When his eyes filled with doubt, she would whisper, "Every trial, my son, is a door to a new life. Don't fear the door. Open it and walk through." These words settled deep in Elliot's heart. He would work all day in the fields and spend nights reading borrowed books by candlelight. When the village got a small library with an internet corner, he started going there in the evenings, saving every penny to buy a second-hand phone so he could access online courses. Sometimes he went hungry, but he never let go of his dream. One late night, Elliot stumbled upon an online remote translator needed. His heart skipped a beat. He pulled together his simple CV, triple-checked every word, and sent it off. A week later, he got the answer, rejected. He felt something heavy sink in his chest. That night he stood outside, his breath rising in the cold air as he whispered, "Give me strength. Don't let me give up now." The next morning, Elliot read over his application again, looking for every tiny mistake. He improved it and sent it again. Rejected. A third time. Rejected again. People in the village laughed behind his back. He thinks he can be a big city man now. But Elliot only clenched his fists tighter around his hope. Each no teaches me something, he told himself. If I quit now, my mother's hopes die too. Finally, on the fourth try, Elliot got the job. The pay was small, but it was more than he'd ever made before. He worked hard. So hard that his old phone would overheat from his endless late-night translations. He saved up, ate simply, and kept studying. Sometimes he would go to bed at dawn, whispering to himself, behind every closed door, "There's another world waiting." In time, Elliot's work caught the attention of his employer. He was given more responsibilities, larger projects. He learned to speak with clients confidently and handled problems that once would have terrified him. After 2 years, he took a brave step. He started his own tiny translation agency. With the first real money he made, he paid for his mother's treatment in the city. Slowly, Iris regained her strength. They moved to a small rented apartment, cold, cramped, but full of hope. Elliot worked day and night, never complaining about the thin walls or the broken heater. He knew every sacrifice was building the future he had always pictured. Years passed. The agency grew. Elliot hired 2 young people from the village, just like he once had been, shy and full of unspoken dreams. He trained them himself, telling them, no matter how many doors close, don't stop knocking. One day he returned to his old village. The fields looked the same, the creaking cottage was still there, but Elliot knew he was not the same boy who once sat there staring at the stars with empty pockets and big dreams. He bought his mother a small, bright house in the outskirts of the city, with wide windows and flowers in the garden. Iris stood by the door, her hands trembling as she touched the clean walls, tears brimming in her eyes. "I never imagined this in my lifetime, Elliot." He held her hand firmly and said, "Mom, every hard trial we went through, it was this door waiting to open. Without it, I wouldn't be the man I am today." Iris smiled through her tears. "And don't you ever forget, my son," she said softly, "a trial is not there to break you. It's there to lead you to the place you're meant to be. Open the door, walk through it, and never look back." From then on, Elliot spent his days building his business, but he never stopped helping others like him. He sent books and computers to the village library. He held free workshops for young dreamers. When people asked him for the secret to his success, he always said the same thing: every trial you face is the key to a new life. Don't be afraid of the closed door. Be ready. When you're strong enough, the door will open for you. And so Elliot's life stood as proof that the hardest struggles can be the start of the most beautiful journeys. If only you have the courage to keep pushing, keep hoping, and keep believing that behind every trial, there's always a door to a new life.